Hey all, Paint Marine here with another status report and the last one of the year. There will be kind of another one that I'll probably put out either right before or right after this. It's just like I did last year, kind of a Paint Marine special report, status report for the end of the year where I do kind of like my countdowns and things I'm looking forward to potentially coming out in the future, like what I would like, kind of like a wish list of what I want to see in the next year. But yeah, so for this one, just kind of wrapping up the end of the year here, wrapping up December. Things I've been up to, not a whole lot. This is a busy time of year for myself as far as with family things going on, the holidays and everything. So a lot of traveling, seeing people, and just a lot of family time mostly. So I haven't really been able to get a ton done hobby wise. I've definitely gotten some kind of built projects done, really, more than I've been able to paint. I find building things and doing like conversions and stuff is a lot easier to accomplish than painting, which is a way more time consuming process. And when I get to painting, I really just want to knock it out as quickly, or not as quickly, but as best I can, kind of in one sitting when I can, versus like building. I feel like I can come to it, build so much, put it away, build some, put it away, and such. So, yeah. But I mean, we've had a lot of things come out this month, with the whole Marnie's Calgar and what's that guy, Harkin World Claimer, which I picked up one of those. But it's funny, like I picked up this model mostly for the Dead Primaris on his base, just to use with my Tau, because I kind of have this Fourth Company Tau theme going on with their bases right now, especially with my Farside 8 and all that, since I think it was in the Swords of Damocles is where the Ultramarines 4th Company kind of had like an assassination attempt on Farsight. So I tried to litter the bases and bodies of 4th Company Ultramarines across my Tau. So I picked that up because it's a really cool thing. Plus, there's a decent amount of conversion potential here with this particular model. Like he's got the Lightning Claw Power Fist thing that I could throw on a Kakardon model pretty easily. He's got this spear that I've been trying to think of a lot of potential use for. The only thing about it is it does have like this Horus Heresy style eye on it that I would probably have to just take off. But then a bunch of spikes with skulls and such on it as well. And a pretty cool jetpack thing as well. So I mean, there's just a ton. I mean, yeah, I'm just looking at it more and more. There's a ton of good potential here for conversion. So that's mostly what I picked him up for. Another thing I'm looking forward to is getting to these guys here. I've already kind of been looking at the sprues and seeing what I can do to kind of desmurfify them for my Star Commanders army. The Victrix Guard are going to be quite a lot easier. I'm still going to keep that really cool Aquila mask. I still like the way that looks. But just taking the Ultramarine things off, I'm going to end up actually just doing a full-on shield swap versus trying to take the Ultramarine U off of the shield, which is a little bit unfortunate because I do like the shape of the shield and that the Aquila on there, the eagle, double-headed eagle they have on it. But that is such a predominant Ultramarines symbol on there, as you can see. I'm just not sure, like with kind of scraping it down and trying to green stuff something like it's a rough sell to figure that out. So I'm just gonna end up swapping it out with one of the bigger Storm Shield from the Terminator set. There's like a bigger one that I'm gonna swap out those two for, and then that's pretty easy. But Calgar actually has a fair amount more of Ultramarine symbols on him that I'm trying to figure out what I want to do to take care of those, as I can try to show you here. Like all these little Ultramarine things here across the bottom. He's kind of got like a little thing here, and then both his Power Fists have huge Ultramarine and skulls with these really cool flames on them, but like how do I get rid of that Ultramarine symbol, that U on there? And with somehow trying to keep that skull and stuff there, like I'm not quite sure how I'm going to try to pull that off, because I do like the skull with like the flames coming off of it kind of thing on there. So I want to try to preserve that best I can. I'm just not sure how I'm going to do that yet. Also, I'm trying to figure out a way. I do want to repose him somewhat. just a little bit different pose. Um, and we'll kind of see from there. But yeah, so definitely looking forward to getting more into these. The guard will be the easier ones to de-smurfify and to get their new shields on, so looking forward to that. But like I said, kind of past that, I'm not really too sure where I'm going. Other things we had, obviously, we had the new chapter approved come out, so very much looking forward to that. And I actually have my Vigilus book up there that it's on my top of my bookshelf that I'd love to grab, but still diving into this and seeing how point-wise this is going to work now for my army, mostly Primaris army, my Star Commanders. I'm definitely excited to see how they play out this next year. Like, they were a pretty decent army, and I would do all right with events that I would take them to. And even took first in one event. But it'll be interesting to see because I'm going to be saving a few more points now with the Primaris Intercessors becoming less points. And now with, I would say there's the nerf that happened with the Raven Guard chapter tactic, or stratagem rather, that I wasn't a big fan of. However, I am a huge fan of the new, the Indominus Crusaders, the specialist detachment. For one command point, you can make your detachment Indominus Crusaders, and they gain this keyword, which then you can take the Warlord trait, Gray Shield, which then your Warlord can, at the beginning of the movement phase, I believe, give different units in your detachment that have, that are part of that Indominus detachment, can give them an additional chapter trait. So if I'm taking Raven Guard overall, I can now also, give certain units other chapter traits from various chapters, which I think is pretty cool because the idea of my whole army is they were all Primaris. They fought in the Indominus Crusade with the unknown number, the unknown sons, so the Gray Shields. And so they would have, when they were detached from that and given their orders and told, these are your new mission now, they would have still have learned from their brethren that they served with certain chapter tactic type of strategies, and therefore may use them here and there. So I think that's pretty cool. They also have some different relics in there. I'm trying to remember. There's a relic that I think your Warlord can take, or the Librarian, Primaris Librarian, that basically gives them like a different bubble, and then if a Psyche or something like tries to manifest something within so many feet, then on a 4+, that Psyche, or so many inches rather, not feet, that Psyche suffers D3 mortal wounds, which is pretty good on a 4+, 50-50 shot of causing, then again, a D3, so it kind of gets a little more dicier there. But I still think that's pretty cool. But I think the one I like more is the Primaris Ancient one. He can now plant his banner and give everyone within a radius of his banner a +1 to hit and to roll. It's a one game thing he can do, but it's pretty cool, and I kind of almost want to model a new Ancient now to have his banner separate, and so I can place him and replace my Ancient, take him off, and put him on the table, and have him his banner kind of like it was planted into a rock or something, and then he's just standing there pointing and giving those reroll rules or whatever. I don't know. I just kind of like that idea. I think that's pretty cool. So we will see how that all goes out. But then there's other stratagems as well in there. They're just amazing stratagems, I think. The only issue, though, is kind of trying to figure out getting access to those things, which won't really happen unless I have a lot of command points. Really, I mostly take battalion-sized ones, which I think is 5 command points. To get to the brigade level, is going to be kind of rough. Or was it? Or did they change that? I'd have to look again. I don't even remember now. It might have, because I know they changed the command points into different things too. Because I think now it's actually 8 for a battalion, and then you get 12 for brigade. So 8, if I'm correct, I'd have to look at that again. Like 8's not bad. That's actually a pretty decent amount, to where I can use 1 to make them Indominus Crusaders and such, and go from there. But anyway, and then of course Blackstone Fortress. Now this is the White Dwarf that has some Blackstone Fortress extras and goodies in there that I have yet to get into, because I have yet to play a game of Blackstone yet. I know everyone else has like already played and opened up the vault and everything, but I haven't had a whole lot of time, been really busy with everything, and I've only got 1 character from it painted. I've got everything built. I've gotten, I'd say, about half the characters and a couple of the enemies primed, and then I just need to get to painting them and get them ready. Although I do want to start playing before everything's painted. Like I do realize that if I was to try to wait until everything was painted, I'd probably never get to play the game. So I just need to go ahead and play before they're finished painting. But yeah, so that's kind of where I am with that. Yeah, but definitely looking forward to playing it still. And like I said, I picked up that White Dwarf because of the additional mission type of options in there that I wanted to kind of take a look at and play. And just overall looking forward to that. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. I mean, I picked up the Series 2. If you haven't seen the pictures or the videos of the unboxing that I did of the Space Marine Heroes Series 2 of both the actual Terminator, like the individual sets, and then there's the separate kind of paint set that wasn't a part of like the blind boxes, I guess. Very awesome models. Can't wait to get to them. I've been working on my Elysian ODST themed army that started out as a kill team and is slowly becoming an army. I just started building just basically more special weapons and stuff, and need to get a few more regular las gun type guys. And then I made 1 mortar team so far. I'm waiting on a few more parts to come in so I can continue making that, and I can have a full mortar team going. So 3 2-man mortars all set up and ready to go. I'm just waiting on a lot of stuff. I'm surprised it hasn't come in yet, but it's kind of hard with a lot of this stuff is third-party parts and such, because they don't make the Forged Elysians, and even if they did, like I still would want to do this head swap that I'm doing. I may not have done the full body swap that I did with the Von Saar, but at the same time, I don't know, I do like the look of them, so we'll definitely see. Plus, with Genestealer Cult coming out with those new ATV 4-wheeler things, definitely want to figure out how I'm going to convert those up and use them for oh hey buddy, for my Sentinels. Alright, you may have noticed a quick time shift there. My little man woke up and was looking for his Lego Stormtrooper, so I helped him out real quick. So, yeah, I'm not sure where I was at now. But, the Elysian, yeah, so, looking forward to trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. Like, it'll be a pretty easy conversion as far as just, swapping out the rider on there. The difficulty is going to be the height difference. To make it to where I can legally use them in different events and tournaments. More the more friendly tournament style events. Usually, I feel like ask in advance and see what they say, and I should be all right. But aside from that, I'm not sure what I can do, because I don't really want to put some huge obnoxious thing up there that doesn't really make sense, because I'm trying to keep that look of like the mongoose from Halo to keep with the theme of my army. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that yet, because I don't want to seem like I'm modeling for advantage, because I'm keeping with the theme of my army that's more rule of cool than anything. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how that works. If anybody has any ideas, let me know. Like, put in the comments or whatever. I would definitely be interested in any ideas of how you think I could model this to still make it work and be within kind of the theme and the look of the mongoose from Halo. Yeah, because I don't want to Because even like I was just trying to think like put like a big whip antenna on there or something, but like that still would. I mean, why I could maybe get the height, it would look kind of weird, and then at the same time it's just like a little tiny. So if I'm saying it's okay if you can see this little tiny antenna, which again isn't near as wide as a Sentinel would be, so it could still easily be hidden behind certain like objects. Yeah, I don't know. So definitely drop a comment if you have any good ideas or anything, and yeah, we'll go from there. I think I hear my buddy, my little boy coming up again. Did you find him? Okay. So, yeah, we got a Star Wars Lego that we need to finish building. So yeah, so I got that going on. And other than that, I'm trying to think what else we got kind of finishing up the end of the year. Like I said, I got a ton of projects still in the works with everything. Still got plenty of Star Commanders I need to work on. My new Elysium project. I've got my Terminator for the Carcardons. Still got my Alpha Legion going on. I've got that Thunderhawk for my Star Commanders. It needs assembled. It's ready to be assembled. It's been soaked, clean, cut, ready to go. I just need to get the time to put it together. Blackstone Fortress. Just the list goes on and on and on. It just keeps piling on. And you can't see her, but we got another visitor. Here, come here. My little one made her way up to say hello, and to play with the pretty paint. Here, you can play with these. So, yeah, as you can see, it is increasingly harder to get stuff done sometimes. And that's alright. I definitely love it, don't I? But yeah, so like I said, the projects keep getting more and more, and the amount of time I have to do them is getting less and less, it seems. And I feel like before we know it, the new year will be here, and it'll be 2020. So, all right, well, thank you for watching for now, and until next time, right?
Yeah.